All right, hopefully we don't get kicked off for this one. Documentary, What is a Woman by Matt Walsh in the Daily Wire. So this came out June 1st, just the other day. Trying to think of what to say, what I can say and can't say on YouTube. What is a Woman? It's a documentary. Matt Walsh basically just travels across the United States, and he does go to Africa too in this. He's basically just out to answer the questions about like gender and things like that. Like, how do we know what a woman is now, since basically anybody can be a woman, I guess. I don't know how to say this the right way, but yeah, it came out June 1st. They experienced some technical difficulties when it first came out, streaming on thedailywire.com. Ben Shapiro and Jeremy Boring created Daily Wire. He has his own section on the Daily Wire. He's just another one of the, not news anchors, but he has his own show on there. What is a Woman? The premiere came out June 1st. A DDoS attack actually happens to the Daily Wire's website, so anybody trying to get on there couldn't get on, because a DDoS attack, if you don't know what that is, it basically prevents internet traffic from coming in, because it's like flooding it with internet traffic, so nobody else can really get on. Luckily, it's not really that effective anymore nowadays. It's pretty easy to get rid of it. So I think it only took about 15 minutes for them to get rid of it, because at first it was happening where I couldn't even get on. I just thought the website sucked and I couldn't get into anything, because I've never really been on their website. I had to subscribe to watch this. I did that. You can either do a yearly subscription, which gets you the Tumblr that they always talk about, or you can do just like a month by month basis. So you could watch this for, the cheapest you could watch this is basically $14, so that's not too bad. $14 for 1 month, but it's cheaper if you buy the whole year if you want to. So documentary starts out with Matt just thinking out loud to himself. It's actually a really good documentary. It's funny, and it's also very sad and disturbing at the same time. He does a very good job at answering or asking questions without being mean about it or anything like that. He seems like he genuinely wants to have an honest conversation with people on the other side of the aisle. He interviews all different types of people, like therapists, doctors, just normal average people on the street, tribes in Africa, just to see everybody's different views on gender, because he's trying to find out what the difference between like sex and gender is, and also what everybody's definition of a woman is. And it's pretty surprising how many people just can't even tell you that, and I didn't know that that was even a thing. So he's mostly talking to pediatricians and therapists that are for transitioning children. So that's like a big thing of his, is he doesn't think that that's a great idea, because children obviously don't know what they want when they're young. They have crazy imaginations, and they're transitioning kids, or they said that they were transitioning kids that are so young that they also believe in Santa at the same time. So it's like, how do you really know what you want to be, boy or girl, and believe in Santa at the same time? So it's not like they really have a grasp on reality yet. So I think that's kind of dangerous to have a child go through some type of transition when they're that young. I'm all for whatever you want to do. This is America. You can literally do whatever you want. I just don't think you should force it on kids that are underage. I think once you turn 18, do whatever you want. Not that big of a deal to me. You can identify as literally whatever you want. I don't really care. That's just totally up to you. And I'll believe what I'm gonna believe, and you can believe whatever you want to believe. And that's all I really got to say about that part. I feel like if I say anything else, I would just get kicked off YouTube. He also talked to a lot of female athletes that had transgender women on their team. I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to even say that. I don't know if it's transgender men, transgender women. I think it's transgender women go on there, become their teammates on the women's team, and they are missing out on different scholarships and things like that. Some of the people are just oblivious to how many times that these girls are like losing their opportunities. Eventually, I don't think we're gonna have women's sports anymore. It's just gonna be men's and trans women's sports. So Miriam Grossman, she's a psychiatrist and a medical doctor. One of the things she was talking about was how all this stuff started. She was talking about Alfred Kinsey and John Money. I'm not going to go into the things that they did because it's just absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that they would put people like that in charge of, or even let people experiment the way that they did. It's stuff that I definitely cannot say on YouTube. So just look them two up, Alfred Kinsey and John Money. I'm sure if you look up John Money and twins, that you will not be okay with that. He goes and talks to other people, like other teachers and doctors that are basically scared that they'll have their careers ruined if they try and speak up about the way that they see things. That's the thing that bothers me the most, is they say that everyone's allowed to have their own reality or whatever, but if you are against transgenderism, you're not allowed to say that out loud. You're only allowed to say if you are for it. So that's where I disagree with it. Like, you should be allowed to say whatever you want and teach your kids whatever you want. It shouldn't be a one-way street. Just whatever you want is cool. I disagree with a lot of people on a lot of different things, and we're still friends. That's not that big of a deal to me. I feel like that's all I can really say. It's a very good documentary. You should definitely watch it, even if you just do the monthly subscription for the $14 and then just cancel it after a month. I think that's like still a good deal. That's almost basically the same price as a movie nowadays. So yeah, just do that if you really want to watch it. I think it's a great documentary. Other than that, that's all I really have, because I feel like that's all I can really say without getting kicked off. And I just started this YouTube channel, so I'm not trying to do that just quite yet. So hope everybody has a good night, and yeah, that's it. Forgot to say, I never really say this in the videos, but if you do like this content, just let me know by liking, subscribing, sharing a comment on what you believe in all this. And yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys next time.